Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update, as always, with your host Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at KrakenCryptocurrency.com. Today is February 25th, 2022, foul year of our Lord, and day 2 of the Russia-Ukraine crisis having kicked off, having the troops mobilized in there as well. Obviously, we talked about this yesterday. It is a horrible situation that's occurring over there. We've got a lot to talk about today, some new ideas that I have kind of about this and how this will affect equity markets. And we're also going to look today at the charts and how the equity markets have responded. Today was a relatively interesting day. I took about 4 trades today. I'm up about $900 today on my P&L. So not a whole lot of excitement, not a whole lot of action today. I just took a few quick trades on Luna. I took 1 trade on BTC, and then I had a losing trade on Atom. So we're going to go over a day trading setup today. And kind of things that I think individuals should be looking at when they're looking to day trade, especially cryptocurrency. But these are just things that are important in general as well to kind of all broader markets. And I'll go over some of the mistakes that I've made throughout my progress, throughout my journey as a trader, and kind of what's drawing me back into being a little bit more active. Now, we'll also look at what the algorithms are saying and give an update on how our automated strategies are performing. And then we'll take some time and look at chart requests and answer your guys' questions. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We are here just about every single day doing a breaking Bitcoin market update. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you being here, and let me know how you guys are doing in the comments section. As always, a huge shout out to all the premium members, individuals who have chosen to decide to improve their trading utilizing our coursework, our indicators, or our buy and sell alerts. So looking forward to today's stream, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Sound off in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing. Smash the like button, and let's get over into making some money, guys. All right, let's go. All right. Get the microphone over here. Oh. All right. Ron Legato, Rhino TD, Lee Smithy. Good to see you guys in the chat. That's going to bug me a little bit. Let me just set that right there. Okay. So mildly, well, I guess my screen isn't working here. There we go. Mildly exciting announcement. I don't know if you guys can see that box on the floor right there. I had talked about this. That is my monitor. I literally just picked it up from Best Buy just a few moments ago. So I have not had the time to set it up yet. I'm going to mess with that over the weekend. But I did buy one of the big curved 49-inch Samsung Odyssey G9 monitors. I'm really hoping that it does everything that it says, which is improving productivity. But I think I'll just really like it. Right now, I've got this like 3 monitor setup. I've done 8 monitor setups in the past. I've done 6 monitor setups, but something about 3, just boom, 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 generally is going to be good for me. So having this all kind of integrated into one. So I'll give you guys maybe an update. Maybe I'll shoot a short video on that. But you guys came here for the markets, not for my personal bric-a-brac. So anyways, relatively interesting day in the markets. Let's start off on the lower time frames and move forward. Okay, so we still have to maintain a relatively cautious and bearish bias as we are consolidating between on Bitcoin here, looking at Bitcoin on to the US dollar. On the 1-week chart, we're using Bitstamp here for the data. Thank you. Thank you, Turbo96. And good to see you, Alex81. Sorry that this time is hard for you. We'll try to make the best of it, my friend. We do have to be careful here. Again, we are consolidating here between the 55 weekly moving average and the 100 weekly moving average. And we only have 2, So going back to 2014, moving into 2015. Okay, as you guys can see, we consolidated there, and that was bearish. As we came off the 2017 high in 2018, we consolidated here, and that ended up being bearish. And then as we consolidated here, coming off of the high in 2019, we did get a rally, but we did ultimately end up correcting back down to that 200 weekly simple moving average. And unfortunately, that is still down here in the $20,000 range. So we're not in the high value area of purchasing Bitcoin yet at this moment. So keeping weekly hedges open, maintaining that position, whether it's USDT or whether it's USDC, DAI, PAX, whatever it may be. So this is, and this is honestly what I did in the last bear market as well. I moved into Tether. Well, actually, So to be clear, I moved a portion into Tether. What I generally do with the large stack of BTC that I have, and again, what I'm doing here is I am using futures to hedge with a short contract. All right, so my weekly hedges are open, and essentially I will maintain those positions until I see a significant change in market structure, until I see a significant shift in the market, until we start trending to the upside, and then I will hop back in. I will remove my hedge and I'll just cover that. So this is one instance of utilizing lower timeframes or being a little bit more active with your trading. There hasn't been a whole lot of volatility, at least on daily timeframes, to catch kind of big daily moves. So, utilizing those lower timeframes can help you, if you are good at it anyways, kind of make up the miss. Because what we really want, I mean, honestly, the best way to make money in crypto is when we get these really strong uptrends. It is quite possible to make money in these short trades or on these big short movements, but it is more difficult. All right, it is more difficult because it just is. All right. Typically, when the market is much more forgiving, when we're in a when we're in a pronounced uptrend, for example, stair steps up, elevator down, markets evolve upwards, they trend upwards slowly. You have lots of time. The market's very forgiving. You can kind of get in late. You can kind of have not the best risk structure. And since the market is generally going up, and in crypto we trend so hard to the upside, it's all well and good. But the market tends to move down quite erratically on panic, on fear. It moves down very quickly. And it's just harder to manage risk management for a less experienced trader. And these things will come with time. They will come with time. But if you're struggling with that, it's okay just to kind of sit on the sidelines and wait for whatever market environment that you thrive in, that you have the data that shows that, this type of market, you're able to be profitable in this type of market. It's totally fine to just sit on the sidelines and just wait. One of the big points about crypto, and again, I've been doing this for quite a while, one of the big things in crypto is just surviving until the next cycle. So if we're in the downside of the cycle, which we currently are, the best thing that people can generally do is survive until the next cycle, right? And the best way to survive is to have a good holdings of stable coins, to be able to earn passive yield. Now you can actually do that with a lot of stablecoin protocols. I've been very vocal about UST and Luna and the Anchor protocol, and not being all in on altcoins that are not going to make it to the next cycle, right? And that's very hard to determine. So I think you're best off with the blue chips. Those are the best things to hold in any decline, right? Now they're going to recover slower than your low cap shitcoins, but they're a lot safer and they're a lot more stable. So anyways, weekly time frame, going back to the weekly time frame here, we are forming a hammer candle and a doji here on the weekly, and it's looking like we're going to close this way. However, I am expecting some downside pressure potentially over the next few days, so it's possible to end up closing this candle red. So we do still have the possibility to bounce between here and again the 55 weekly moving average. So we've got a pretty much range high of around 43,000. Might see some wicks up to 45,000, and we've got a nice established range low of around 36,151. So it's very important that we do not close the weekly below 36,151. Every other single time we've done that we've closed below the 100 weekly moving average, it has led to a significant correction. And as I said yesterday, there's only been 2 times in history before where the S&P 500 futures did what they did yesterday, which is open up 2% down, rally up to close up 1% on the day. And that was 2 times. Both times previously, the market declined by 19% in 2002 and then by 46% in 2008. So just historically, pretty bearish occurrences that are happening here. And we're just not getting these kind of big bottom signs, nor the volume that I really want to see. However, we can still range here for the next few months between again, as I said, 36 and maybe 43. As we go to the daily time frame, we can see that we are forming this tightening wedge right here. You guys know that I'm not a big chart patterns guy, but we'll see if they break here. So we're about in the middle range of that. So the risk to reward ratio for either trade on the daily time frame to the long side or the short side is really poor right now. Where do you set your stop loss? If you're going to the long side here, do you set your stop loss all the way down here below this wick? Do you set your stop? That's terrible, right? That's terrible. What's the risk to reward ratio on that? If you take the long here and you set the stop loss here and your target is either the point of control, basically the point of control, that's where you want to shoot for, right? Because we've got this low volume node gap right here. So price can move through here quickly and we'll likely run into resistance here at the point of control. Okay, well, what is that? A risk to reward ratio of 0.59? It's absolutely not worth it. You don't even get out of bed for that. All right, same thing. What if you're taking the short here? If you're taking the short, okay, and your target is let's say the volume shelf right there, all right? Your target's the volume shelf. Where do you set your stop loss? You don't really want to set your stop loss here. Why don't you want to set your stop loss here? Well, it's too tight on the daily time frame. We've already wicked up there today. And we've wicked up there every other single day, except for this day right here. So that's a terrible stop loss placement. Okay, so now we need a wider stop loss. And keep in mind, look, so do you see this? This is the high volume node inside the low volume channel right here. This is this little bump right here, this consolidation candle right here. A lot of volume came in on this candle, but the market still continued to decline. So buyers attempted to step in here buying this dip, and the dip just kept on dipping. So those guys got wrecked. You don't want to set your stop loss like anywhere around here because there's lots of liquidity. Everybody else that's going short here is likely going to set their stop there as well. So what do? You kick it. What do? Kick it all the way up here? I mean, you can't do that. Now you got a risk reward ratio of 0.49. So it's just, this is a pretty bad area for a daily trade, structure wise. The only trade that we really have here is the reversal baseline bounce trade setup. Okay. And you know, being honest, like being so close to the oversold areas on both Paralox and both time transformation here, just on momentum oscillators being relatively close to the oversold threshold, just doesn't give me a big risk appetite for that type of trade right here. All right. So we want to be cautious of the break to the upside because we do have resistance here and we just really haven't broke out of this big trending range. So ultimately, I think the opportunities wait up here for the $43,000 area, look to take the short back down to the median or back down to the bottom of the range, or wait for a correction down here and a higher low. That would be really good to see. If we correct down here and we get a higher low, then I think we could take a pretty safe trade back up to the top of the range here. So those are kind of the two trades that I see moving forward. Just set your alerts, and again, just be nice, calm, and easy with these guys. So looking for price to come down around to the $36,000 range right here, maybe even to the bottom of this volume shelf around 36,882, maybe a little bit lower, about 35,479. Just on a wicking basis, I think you want to set your limit orders there and attempt to get picked up, and then just manage your risk appropriately, and I think we'll be all right until we break out of this range and just get a strong daily trend. All right, we're just going to see this likely volatility contract, and then we're going to get a big move moving in here, probably around the end of March is kind of when I would expect a big move. And unfortunately, I think that big move is likely going to be to the downside. So if you are looking to hedge up for that move, then you want to use any retreats up into these price areas, right? Around 36 to 40, excuse me, anywhere between like 40 to 42 to 43. You want to use those to establish your hedges, right? You want to wait for price to come to you, establish those hedges, and so that you're protected when price goes down, right? Those are the areas to begin dollar cost averaging in. You can also just go ahead and set your limit orders for that hedge, basically from here all the way upwards, and then you can manage risk above this point of control. Yeah. So downside target on a break is, again, guys, $25,000 to $20,000. $25,000 to $20,000. Again, we could talk about upside targets here, but really, like if this is the bottom and we're bottoming here, then we'll just wait until the weekly chart and the daily chart confirm that trend until we are trending again in a nice upwards trend. And then we're going to be probably shooting for breaks of 69,000. I mean, definitely looking for a new all-time high following a 50% correction. So, but I don't think that's going to be happening now. I do think that things are going to get worse before they get better. So this is obviously, too, for the long-term investor, like you need to be stacking sats right now as well to the downside, right? Let's see here. Alex81SG says, I opened my hedge too late, around 37.5K. Would you add to it as we go up? Or at this point, just now? I think I just answered that. Christian Zeladon says, I don't think mango fruit corn would wick down all the way to 23K-ish. So I think that it could actually wick down below 20K. I mean, look what happened back in, look what happened during the March meltdown. Back in March of 2020 when BitMEX melted down. All right, look how we wicked, like what, 30% below the 200 weekly moving average. Yeah, 30% below. So while that was a pretty unique event, fear takes over, right? Like whenever you're in an accelerated movement, you can't predict like how quickly it's going to move. Excuse me, where it's going to stop. B-flow, need a little bit more of a push, sitting in some 3-hour longs. Don't even need to get out of bed for a 0.69. Stop it, man. Okay, so that's where we're at on the daily. Relatively uninteresting here. Let's go to the 3-hour time frame here. or sorry, so let's zoom out here. What's the super duper DEMA strategy doing here? Okay, well, the super duper DEMA strategy did have us in this banger short right here. We got this obviously huge, crazy, big wick spike up on the 3 hour. I already talked about this yesterday. The majority of this right here was a $300 million short covering into illiquid books. So not much to make as far as price action goes. The movement was pretty much here based on retail. Excuse me. So yeah, 3 hour time frame. We've been in this pronounced downtrend for a while. Big push, big kick up off the bottom. So what we kind of want to watch for here is we're at the 200 double exponential moving average. If we begin to cross and break above, which I don't think we're going to do right here, we've got a lot of wicks right here. Price is trying to move higher, but sellers are just not letting them. The ask side of the books is pretty heavy right here. And now we're moving into weekend volatility. All right. So overall, the most likely scenario is consolidation right here in this high volume node. So there's trades there, but 38,314, about 38,900. So about a $600 range is kind of what I'm expecting over the weekend. And then likely we're going to end up drifting down until Saturday, and then Sunday we'll see the market start to rise up, and then we'll see, because if we go and take a look at the SPY, we see that the SPY did close up, right? We saw that the SPY closed today at 437.68. We can just see here after this gap down, the market just absolutely ran, for the last 2 days. So SPY making a fantastic recovery here, and Bitcoin following along right beside it. You can just see, this is my day trading setup, so you can just see this, you can just see Bitcoin absolutely follow the SPY right along. A little bit more volatility, and again you can see all the other individual coins follow along as well. So I think that the upwards fun is likely over, and I think we're going to see consolidation for the weekend. That's usually what we do see. Lowered volume, lowered volatility, and just not a lot of big movements. All right, so that's kind of what I'm expecting to see moving into the weekend. So definitely trades to take. So for example, you could be looking to hop into a short here to take down to the point of control. You could watch price structure there, take it back up. You could just kind of trade the channel over the weekend. But I tend to not try to actively trade on the weekends, especially Bitcoin. It's really just not worth it. Usually the weekends, what I like to do is I like to research other fundamental coins that I'd like to establish positions in. And being at where we're at in the market cycle, just not really feeling it. So yeah, we've also got the sell signal on the 3 hour time frame that's coming in on the current bar. So yeah, I'd be looking to take price down here to the lower 38,000s if I was trading this movement right here, seeing this kind of buyer exhaustion come in over the last, pretty much over the last 2 days, honestly. But sorry, not 2 days, the last 9 hours. Yeah, we can see this on the 5-minute time frame as well. So anyways, here's that big push that came in yesterday. And today we mostly saw just a lot of volatile ranging in this channel right here before the break, establishing a new channel. And we are currently, we haven't really been able to hold above, right? You can see right now we're attempting to break back down into that channel. Point of control on today's movement is going to be around 38,546. So that's what I'd be targeting for this movement to the downside here. We'll see though. It's possible. What's also possible is we could get that bounce right here at the top of the volume shelf, movement up here to the 39,212 before that actual retracement down. That would actually seem a little bit more Bitcoin-like. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Just 1 second, guys. I had kind of got everything all right. What? Oh. the fuck? Oh. Man. Okay. Let's see where we at here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and all right. Yeah. So made about $372 today off just the BTC USDT contract. My big wins came from Luna USDT. At about $1,200 in wins from Luna USDT today. Cosmos, or no, Atom. Yeah, Cosmos, Atom. Had a $400 loss there. So yeah, I do kind of like this. I like this retracement down to the volume shelf and then the push back up here. So 39, I am long. I'm going to take this 39,086. Profit target, and now that I know that, let's see, entry price was 38,950. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, right now, and with a profit level of 39,086, I can just adjust so that I have 1 to 1.5. Risk reward ratio here. That's close enough. 38,860. All right, cool. All right, we'll see how that plays out. That way I can hit that. That way I can hit that $1,000 for the day. Or you know. Anyway, yeah, order book not looking too bad right now. Do I think alts will run to the upside during the weekend with Bitcoin ranging? I do. You know, that is a possibility, right? Yeah, if Bitcoin stays in this range, the fact that it's bullish and altcoins have already been running, yeah, we could see some more gains. I mean, we've already had some really good gains from the altcoins today. Everything pretty much up double digits. Well, Luna up 9%, Phantom up almost 10%. Both of these were up 10% throughout the day. AVAX not really moving too much today. Harmony 1 doing good. So yeah, I would have my eyes, honestly, yeah, I'd be eyeing Luna, Phantom, Atom, and 1. Those and GALA. Those, I mean, those are just super easy to trade right now. All right, so let's take a look. So super duper DEMA strategy. Let's give an update. Sorry, let me find. There we go. Yeah, so let's look at yeah, so MATIC, super duper DEMA did this just fantastic. Here's the short signal right here. Did get the pullback, but didn't breach. And then taking profit right there. Fantastic trade. Long trade, so MATIC is long right now. Depending on how you're using it, you see the entry and hit the take profit almost immediately there on that trade. If you're using the trending version of the super duper DEMA, then you are still in the long trade. And you're essentially at a no risk trade because your trade won't stop out until price crosses the super trend, and the super trend's already above entry, which is just beautiful. Yeah, sell signal right here. Yeah, just really. Oh, I think I have this on long only. There we go, long and short. Yeah. Yeah, so there's the entry. Boom, hitting that profit target almost immediately on MATIC. Super duper DEMA strategy has been doing so good. I mean, it's one of my, I was amazed at how well it would perform. But it's just absolutely killer. All right. All right, so I wanted to look at MATIC, Atom, which is typically my favorite coin to trade, Cosmos. I don't know, just love trading it. So again, here's super duper DEMA strategy, catching that long trade right there. Boom, nailed it. If you're using the trending version, you're still in this bad boy. Let's see here. Phantom. Super duper DEMA didn't actually catch the Phantom long trade right here. Last trade was this short right here on Phantom. GALA did catch the long. We can see the entry and the take profit almost immediately. Here's the short and the exit right there. So just doing fantastic. HBAR has been a big runner lately. Didn't get that long either, though. Luna. Yep, there it is. There's the entry. Take profit. Solana. Solana doing pretty good. Continuing to gear up and rise up. And checking in with XRP. I want to take a closer look at XRP actually here. So, you know, I've been hearing that whales are accumulating more XRP than either ever before, or it's the 5th largest time they've done it. I'm not sure. Let's take VPVR off. Look what happened the last time we reached a cycle high. You can see we come down, and we kind of do this double bottom thing before sinking lower, and then we're just not able to really get over that level of resistance, even on the pump, even on the recovery pump. We just stay relegated below this level until the actual breakout. Okay. And look what happens again. We reach this cycle high. Okay. And I'm wondering if this is just a wider version of that double bottom thing. All right. So I think that if XRP gets below about 50 cents here, I think we're going to stay below 50 cents. Alex81 asks, if you automate the super duper DEMA strategy with 3 commas, how do you manage risk? Sometimes it triggers on several assets. Does your system enter all of them? Yeah, I'll tell you how I have mine set up. So the super duper DEMA is running on, let me see here real quick. Let me look at the alerts log. So it's running on, you know, you can also automate bottom feeder. I've got a ton. Bottom feeder for me is running on the daily time frame for 1-inch, Algo, ARPA, Atom, AVAX, AXS, BAT, BCH, BNB, BTC, Seller. I don't even know what this. CHR. COS, CTXC, Civic, Dent, Dot, DREP, EOS, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum Bull, Ethereum, Phantom, Fun, GRT, GTO. You get the point. A lot. So yeah, I just use lower risk, right? So the way that I do that is I have created for those run on Binance. So I actually have a separate account on Binance. And I just have the money in there. I have deposited the money in there that I wish to trade with. And then I have all the alerts set with an individual bot. I don't use a cross bot. I maybe should. But I just have, I think it's like 37 different running. And they're all running on different assets. And they all get just X% to work with. And I've gone in there about once a month and updated the percentage of equity to utilize, just so that it stays equal across there. But I mean, the nice thing is that if you just set your capital, the position size as percent of equity, then it'll automatically scale based on if the portfolio starts growing, it'll take larger positions. If the portfolio diminishes, it starts taking smaller positions. So you just got to do some simple math. So for example, if you've got $1,000 and there's 10 coins you want to trade, and you want to trade them all equally, all right, you're going to allocate $100 or 10% of equity to each coin. That way you have the available capital for each trade, and you have the and you've got your risk management there. Each trade, you know, depending on, that's going to, like, where you set your stop loss. So for example, let's say you use a 10% stop loss, you can have 100 different losses. So if you have 10 assets that you're trading, each with $100 for a total of $1,000 USD, 10% stop loss is going to take 10 trades to, well, actually a little bit more than that, but 10% is going to bring all the accounts to zero if each strategy loses 10 times, if each individual ticker loses 10 times in a row. So that's pretty good. But we all know, like, and you can see, like, the historical backtest results of bottom feeders, 60 to 70%. That's much higher than that, actually. So yeah, so Super Duper DEMA I have running on Bybit, and I have it running on Bitcoin, long and short on the 3-hour time frame, Ethereum long and short on the 3-hour time frame, long on the 45-minute time frame, and then on the 45-minute time frame, I have it running on ICP, Link, MATIC, Solana, Cardano, Alice, Atom, AVAX, AXS, BNB, DOT, DIDEX, Engine, Phantom, GALA, HBAR, ICP, IOTX, Link, Loopring, Luna, Mana, Omisago, Sand, SHIB, Solana, and Woo. So exact same thing. I have a sub account from my main account on Bybit. I use sub accounts for my bots, and I use my main profile for my discretionary trading. And I have the money in that sub account that I wish to trade with, and then I use percent of equity to allocate the position sizes to the bots. Daniel N. By the way, man, thank you so much for being a member of the channel, my brother. What parameter do I use on TradingView Scanner to look for altcoins? I don't really use the TradingView Scanner. Honestly, what I do when I'm looking for, so typically the way that I trade altcoins is I like to trade either the weekly time frame, and I like to buy areas of demand. And I also pay attention to where we're at in the cycle. But I'm essentially a long-term holder for the most part with that strategy. I'll try to establish positions in coins when they're at relatively low prices, and I'll try to ride them up to relatively high prices. And I have a long time frame horizon. When I'm looking for daily trades for altcoins, I always pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing. And I've broadened this out now to where I pay attention to what the SPY is doing. So we're going to talk about that in a second when we talk about this day trading setup. So the market is going to move, the cryptocurrency market's going to move based on what Bitcoin does. It just is what it is. If Bitcoin is trending up, altcoins typically are going to trend up. If Bitcoin trends down, the altcoins are going to trend down. So you always got to keep your eye on what Bitcoin's doing. And then you can enter into altcoins because they're going to move more than Bitcoin. And also, typically you will start to see you'll see altcoins, the stronger altcoins anyways, hold on to their gains a little bit longer. So here's a good example. Let's look at what Luna did today. So for this, we're going to bring up two charts side by side. And I want to bring up, so this is the SPY and Bitcoin. So I typically always watch the SPY when I'm trading Bitcoin. So as we can see here today, the SPY opened and gapped up and just trended up all pretty much for the opening of the day. We can see that's exactly what Bitcoin did for the most part. Bitcoin, as soon as the SPY opened up, we can see Bitcoin has a little bit of a dip, just like the SPY does, and then it rallies up. And then it pretty much just moved, the SPY moved sideways while Bitcoin corrected, and then bounced off the bottom and pushed up to a higher level of consolidation. So that long trade's not working out too bad for me right now, guys. But I want to look at BTC USDT and Luna. So I traded Luna twice today. I had a really good day trading Luna. But anyway, so we can see here that Bitcoin is essentially... let me zoom out here a little bit. So Bitcoin was essentially strong. We can see that Bitcoin puts in this big, massive movement that Luna doesn't. But while Bitcoin continues to go sideways, we see that Luna just puts in strength. So we're watching Bitcoin to see if the market is going to correct and move away. But what's interesting here is that even when Bitcoin starts showing the sign, look at this. Look, Bitcoin dips this whole period from basically 9 o'clock in the morning to it stayed bottom till about 2 o'clock. And what did Luna do during that time? Luna continued to rip upwards, right? Luna continued to rip upwards because when Bitcoin consolidates after a rally higher, typically altcoins, that's when altcoins start to rally up. And Luna's still rallying right now. So, and again, it could be look at Luna rallying up, Bitcoin following it a little bit, you know? So there's all kind of interesting correlations that you can find. You just got to find the trade. You just got to find the things that tend to work for you. Peckham 08, good to see you, my brother. But if I were to use the TradingView scanner, like the crypto screener's cool. I do got a couple, like I got a couple things here. Like I've got my crypto screen, my oversold screen, my PPC. Let's see here. So what I think you want to do with your screen is you want to modify this to the exchanges that you're actually going to be trading on. Okay. And then let's say we're looking at the 1 hour breakout screener. And let's do the 1 hour breakout screen. And I think you just want to find, I've had good luck using ADX with this, like looking for an ADX above 25, looking for that trend, or conversely looking for an ADX below 25. That means the market's not trending, but then you got to sit in consolidation for a whole long time. And then just trying to find, we don't want that. We don't want the premium index. We want, like here's request on Poloniex, right? And let's go to the hourly. And then you just need to find the actual technical setup that you like to trade. Like, do you have good luck, buying support? Do you have good luck? Like, what is your strategy saying? Like, what do your indicators tell you to do? Are you using a technical indicator based strategy? Then you just want to find setups that strategy works well on. Are you trading discretionarily? Then you just need to find setups that comport to where you've had success and luck in the past. But yeah, if I were using the screener, I would definitely watch for volume. That's probably the most important thing. Probably the most. I don't know why I typed in USDT after the SPY. You guys see that? Yeah, volume. Bflow says, so can we still get residency or citizenship from here? It's a little inappropriate, Brett. You can pay for, there's my take profit on Bitcoin. So there we go. Made $1,000 today. You can pay for citizenship in Estonia. It's like $200, man. Do it. Robert wants to know, where is Luna in relationship to its all-time high? Let's find out. So prior to this weekly pump, we were down about 60%. Now we're only down 30% from all-time high. Alex81SG asks, are there traders out there that use bots to trade alts tracking the price of Bitcoin rather than the alt price itself? Yeah, honestly, so I'm not sure how other botters do it, because I currently, at my level of botting, just use price action, just use the data from the chart. I just automate it. But yeah, listen, there's news bots, there's Twitter bots, there's bots that just kind of, look at all kinds of data and information and put in. So that would not surprise me, because that's one of the biggest strategies for traditional markets is you watch the SPY. If the SPY is trending upwards, you go hop into a stock because the stock's going to move more. And then you watch the SPY to see if the SPY reverses, and then the stock's probably going to tank. Who sponsored the stream meal today? It is not a Dunkin' Donuts cup. It's a Sonic slushie. Yeah, on the way back from getting the monitor, we stopped and got slushies. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so just exactly what I thought. So let's see here. Bitcoin, the move down to the volume node, up. And then let's see here. Do we see a correction here? Do we see the pullback here deeper into the volume node? Or do we put, I got a short. Yeah, I got a short. So let's zoom in on this and try to get an entry here. Let's take a look at the order book. No, order book's still pretty bullish here. So here we are. Yeah, order book's real. I'm just gonna wait here until and see if I see the order book flip. Yeah, I think that might be it. Yeah, that was it. Let's see what happens here. We got some more buying coming in. Okay, yeah, the buyers are still stepping in. Very cool. Meanwhile, my 3 commas DCA bot just going away at it. Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot of buying. Reach that low volume node. I am gonna try it here. There we go. Luna did, you got a good point. Luna did make a high. In fact, that probably makes, you know what? That makes the risk to reward on, you know what? I'm gonna, yeah, let's short Luna. Let's go see what the books look like here. Yeah, I'm gonna go in here on Luna. There we go. And I'm short on Luna too. Okay. So first things first, let's manage our risk on Luna. Turn the stream off before I go into the red. Entry price on Luna, 71,485. And profit target. Let's do come on, Quadrigo. So 72,015 and 7680 is just what we're gonna do here. So yeah, we're just fading this. That's all this is. This is kind of my standard type of day trade. Where I'll see a breakout and I'll fade it. And I think I'm drawn to this because originally I always used TD sequential, and TD sequential, it's the main use for it is to fade breakouts. So yeah, so both my Bitcoin short and the Luna short are moving into the green here nicely. So I do need to manage this one though. Entry price on this one was 39,348.50. Profit target on this one. So just go off the close. My entry price was here. You know, I'm not really trying to catch any big moves. Is that 1.23? Okay, we need 1.5. All right. $39,164. $39,470.50. All right, orders are in. Okay. I'm not like Buy Bitcoin and Ether and hold. I've been doing that for 5 years, man. Been doing that for 5 years. All right, so Luna turned around here. So we'll see. I think yeah, so we saw that. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. We saw the pullback. Let's zoom back here. This is literally what I was just saying. The pullback and then the bounce off of that is what I just traded. And then essentially I saw price go into the low volume node above this high volume node, right? Stop loss hunt. Then it pulled back. Saw the order book turn bearish. And I went in. There you go. Oh, Alex, I fucking hate when that happens. Weekly start. Hey, Joe, good to see you, man. Weekly starting to look like garbage on Bitcoin. Yeah, it's not good, man. Consolidation between these 2 points has historically always been bearish. Right? We got one time in okay, Luna did hit my stop loss. And that's okay. And we're all breaking. So, okay. We are going to close our Bitcoin trade here at break even because we're on the wrong side of the trade. And I guess we'll just walk away with 874. 874 profit for the day. So yeah. All right, guys. All right, that's gonna pretty much be it for the stream today. Let's see here. As soon as I end the stream, I'm going to be publishing. I've already uploaded it to YouTube, but I'm going to make it public. So my multiple moving averages library tutorial video for PineScript. So if you want an introduction to PineScript v5, an indicator creation, and how to work with libraries, it's only about a 10-minute video. So I think it'll be nice and easy. I think you guys will enjoy that. Let me know what you guys think. And we are going to slide on over to this camera. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Breaking Bitcoin. Hopefully, today's show was helpful. We talked about the possibilities moving into the weekend. Again, overall consolidation. The weekly chart is not looking good. We've got that range between 36 and 42 that we can range trade, but again, just not seeing any massive breakouts coming until maybe mid to the end of March. However, we have to be aware that we are in kind of this wartime environment. And so overall, I think implied volatility on the indexes and the options contracts is extremely high right now. So the market is already priced in volatility. So generally in a situation like this, we can actually not see that volatility exist. The markets are volatile, but not trending volatile. They're just kind of rangy volatile. So yeah, you just got to be careful. If you're trading this type of environment actively, you need to be taking smaller positions. I think automated strategies work fantastic here because generally you need volatility for automated strategies to perform well. And the volatility has just been absolutely great. We've got all the volatility we need. So right now is absolutely the time to work on automating your strategy or to be using your indicator-based strategy right now, because what crushes indicator-based strategies is low volatility. This is why having a volume and volatility filter in your strategy is so important in the first place. But right now we have all the volatility in the world, and that might continue for a few weeks or so. Great time to make money in the markets, guys. You need to be active and you need to be out there and getting it. So if you guys would like help on doing that, you guys know the drill, premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Otherwise, make sure that you guys subscribe, smash the like button. We will be back on Monday with another episode of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Hope you guys all trade very safely. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, hot stock tips, or death threats, leave them in the comments section, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.